Hello everyone. In last few classes, we have seen what will be the rotation matrix if we are rotating one frame with respect to any other frame, or else if we are translating it to some distance, say along x direction dx, along y direction dy, and along z direction dz. But in all this process, we found that we are always getting the position and orientation of the end effector. Along with the end effector, it is also required for us to know the position and orientation of all the links as well as all the joints. That is the reason why we are going to study kinematic model. So, we know that there are two types of joints mainly which we are going to focus on robotics. One is rotary joint and another one is prismatic joint. And in case of rotary joint, as you can see in this diagram, here say we have got one link, this link, and we have got another one link, this one. So, both the links are connected with one joint. Both the links are connected with one joint, which is a rotary joint. Now, the thing is, as we have connected both the links with a rotary joint, that is why the link 2, second link, you can see this link, it can move in this direction as well as it can move in this direction also. That means it may rotate, right? And you can observe that the rotation, if you consider the rotation, always will be with respect to the z axis. That means we are rotating this one, once it is coming here or it is moving somewhere here, always it is rotating about one axis, and that axis must be represented as z axis as mentioned here. Now, we already know about a right handed coordinate system. In right hand coordinate system, what happens? If we keep our right hand with us, then if we are keeping like one finger, if we are keeping one finger, this thumb we are keeping. So, if we consider that these curling fingers are showing the direction of rotation, then the thumb will be representing the direction of sense. Already in gyroscope concept we have studied it, this right hand rule already we have studied over there. So, same concept we will be using here, and in this case the rotation always will take place about z axis, and remaining two axes, that is this x axis and the y axis, both these axes we have to consider according to a right hand rule. So, this is something about our rotary joints, or once two links are joined with, or the two links are coupled with a rotary joint. Okay. So, as I said, we have got for example two links, that is link 1 and link 2, where link 1 can be represented by link I minus 1 and this one is link I, okay, that means link 2 as I said, right. And as I said already, that rotation always will take place with respect to the z axis only, right, and x and y, these two we have to fix based on right hand rule. So, that is number one case. Second case, if we consider the another one thing or another one case, say we have got another one link and we have got another one link, okay. So, which can slide, that means which can translate. So, in this case we found rotation, and this case we are going to find translation. So, in case of translation also we have to consider that this joint which is used in robotics is a prismatic joint, and the direction of translation, the direction of translation will always be along z axis. And similar way, based on a right hand rule, we have to assign axis x as well as axis y. In this case you see axis y actually should move in, or it should go in the opposite direction, that is the direction. That is why we have named here minus y. So, this is simple logic which we are going to consider in next few slides. That is why I have represented here. As I have said that it will only translate, or second link will this link always will translate along this direction. So, that is why we have considered this one as z axis. Now, moving forward, we have to give description of links as well as joints, as I have said, which are in space. So, let us consider that this is one link, and you can see like this one and you can see this one, these two are the places where another link will be coupled with it. That means those two are joints, right. Now, if you are not able to understand it properly, we have got the top view of the same link over here. I hope now it is very much clear to you, like this one and this one, both these two are two joints with which another one link will be connected, and this is the top view of the same link as this diagram has shown the front view. Now, what happens if we twist the link? What happens if we twist the link? Before that, we will see one more thing, that concept of link length, the concept of link length. You can see here that for this diagram and this diagram, both the diagrams, it will be same. So, the midpoint of the joint to another midpoint of the another joint, so the distance between these two will be AI. AI is the link distance or length of the link. We will not consider the whole length, we will not consider, we will consider only here to here. Okay. So, this length only we have to consider, that is number one point. Number 2 point is some link will be twisted also. What happens if we are twisting any link? You see, we will get something like this. Like here the same link is twisted by some angle which is known as twist angle, and that angle will be represented by the term alpha. So, in next slide anyhow we are going to check it. So, all these things are same link. So, first two cases we saw the same link when it is not twisted or when it is flat. After giving twist by an angle alpha or alpha I, as the link is called as I, that is why we will get something like this figure. Now, moving forward, same link we have chosen, we have to understand the link length in this case, as well as we have to find out what is the link or twist angle. Now, here you see we have got the axis for this very joint, we have drawn one axis. Similarly, once it is twisted, here also we will get another one joint. So, we have drawn another one, this one, the axis we have kept. Now, it will be something like one is this one, another one is this one, once it is twisted. Now, we have to find out the common normal between this one and this one, or between these two axes. As in this case, we have to find out common normal to this one, as well as we have to find out the common normal of this one. Okay. So, both these two should have one common normal, that is what we have to find out, and that will be represented as AI. AI is the link length. In previous case it was very simple for us to find out, but as here we have twisted, that is why directly, like we cannot take any length, arbitrary length, or we cannot take in straight distance. We have to take the common normal between the axes of these two joints. That is what we have done here, and that is represented by AI. Another one thing is, as I said, like here we have got one joint axis and here also we have got another second joint's axis. So both these two will have a common normal, and this one both are making some angle. So this angle we have to find out, like we will keep it like this, and this angle, in between this angle will be our joint twist angle. This will be our twist angle. So as you can see here, like what we did, we have brought it closer to this one, like this axis we have brought closer to this one. So this line and this line both are parallel to each other, as you can see in this diagram, and the angle between them is denoted by alpha I, as the name of the link is I, and the angle between these two axes are alpha I, which is also called as the twist angle, right. Now next, we will find the same angle if we are taking this axis to this side, and then also we will get the same angle. Now this AI and alpha I, these two will be known as the link parameters. That means the length of link and twist angle, these two will be our link parameters. It will be useful when we are going to study about kinematics of links. Now next, we have taken another one, like the previous link which we have chosen, which is it is something like a flat one. Once it is twisted, we will find that these two are the direction of z axis or direction of axis from its joints, and then we will again draw one common normal as we have drawn here also, and the distance between these two will be AI, or it will be the length of the link. Similar way, if we bring this one here or this one here parallel to each other, then the angle made between them will be represented by alpha I. Same thing we will be getting. Now we understood about link parameters. Now we are going to understand about joint parameters. So as you can see in this diagram, we have got two links which are connected by one joint, as you can see here. So those two links are joined together. Second is, we are naming it link I minus 1 and link I, as you can see here. Now our intention was first is to name or to represent the axis of each and every joints. So in link I minus 1, as you can see here, we have got one joint and we have drawn this axis. Second, it is coupled, or link I minus 1 and link I both are joined here. So this is the joint, a revolute joint. So here we have drawn one axis, and at the another end of link I we have drawn another one axis. So this is what we can see. That is our first intention. Second intention is what? If we want to find out the link length of link I minus 1, similarly if we want to find out the link length of I or ith link, then we have to find out the common normal between, or common normal to its both the axes. So we have named, like this one is axis I minus 2, this is axis I minus 1, and this is axis I. Okay, and we have to give some name also to all the joints. So as you can see there, it is joint I minus 1. So this one is joint I, and here we have got joint I plus 1. Next, we have taken one surface so that it will be easy for you to understand the distance as well as if there is any angle. All these things will be easy if we are considering this surface. Now I said you we have to draw a common normal to this axis as well as this axis. So, the common normal is represented as the link length of link I minus 1, which is ai minus 1. Similarly, we will draw the common normal between this axis and this axis. So, both these will be means at some distance or common normal will be ai. What is ai? This is the link length of link I and represented by ai. So, this is our first work. We found out the link lengths. Next, you see there is some distance or there is some distance between the common normal between this axis and this axis, that means axis I and axis I minus 1, as well as the common normal between axis I minus 1 and axis I minus 2. There is some distance, linear distance, which is represented by di. We have to remember this term di. That is number 1, new terminology we got. Another thing, already we studied about alpha, that means twist angle. So, alpha I as it is represented here, okay. And another new term we got, that is if we find out the distance or the angle between both these two common normals, that will be nothing but our theta. Theta is what? The angle between the both the common normals. So, this is represented by an angle theta I. So, we got two new terminologies, that is di and theta I. Di represents some distance, theta I represents some angle. Di is the joint distance and theta I is the joint angle, and these two are represented by joint parameters. So, we found out total 4 terminologies, that is 2 link parameters we got, we received 2 joint parameters. Link parameters are described as ai and alpha I, where ai is represented as the link length, alpha I is represented as the twist angle of the link, and here we got another 2 terms, that is di and theta I. So, di is the joint distance and theta I is the joint angle. So, these 4 things we have studied in today's class. In next class, we will see or we will go for some details about all these things, okay, and we will understand what is the relation between these two, what is the kinematic relationship. So, those things we will study in the next class.